You're looking for a property. You're a buyer. A listing comes along that wows you. You're hot for this place. Your agent tells you they're holding an offer night. A week away, a set date and time where all interested buyers are asked to submit their offer. Now, this tactic is very common in Toronto real estate, and behind it is always a seller hoping, realistically or not, for a Hunger Games style bidding war to break out amongst prospective buyers. But before you suit up for battle and even suit up for a viewing of that property, I'm going to tell you what your agent should be doing to check out that property so you don't overpay. Things I always do for my clients. Hi everybody, Steve Mitchell here, Realtor in Toronto. Holding an offer night for properties has become an increasingly common tactic by sellers in this market. And it's often overused or wrongly used, but there's no getting away from them for buyers. So if you're a buyer, how do you avoid getting caught up in a mindless frenzy of bidding on offer night with all the frayed nerves and emotions that go with it? How do you bid strongly enough to have a chance at winning, but not so strongly that you overpay? You do it by demanding market intelligence and judgment from your agent before you set foot on that property. Here are the 4 things you need to win. Number 1, know the sale history. Get your agent to do a complete workup of the sale history of that property, to look at old listing photos, failed attempts to sell before, everything. Was that modern kitchen that you love so much in the place the last time it sold? And how much did it sell for then? When did the current buyers buy this home? Was it in the last peak, early in 2017? Did they overpay in that frenzy and then invested a lot on the improvements you love so much and are now trying to get back the money that they overspent before? Have they listed for sale recently but failed to sell? That's a big one. Don't accept your agent just saying, oh, this place looks gorgeous, it's going to go crazy. Sure, impressive presentation attracts other buyers. You're looking at it for a reason, so are other buyers. But knowing the sale history can give you vital insight into how stubborn the sellers might be on the place, who's on the other side of the deal table. Number 2, calculate fair value. Lots of these offer night homes fail to sell on offer night because the seller is unrealistic or their teaser price isn't really a teaser price at all. They're either priced at market or sometimes too high. I just steered a client away this week from one of those situations where it wasn't a teaser price at all. So get your agent to do the basic homework, a proper evaluation based on comparable sales. Now, fair value is admittedly a tricky concept because the cardinal rule in real estate and even the stock market or any open market for goods is that the fair value of a property is the highest offer it can attract after wide exposure to buyers for a reasonable length of time. So calculated values of fair value, to that degree, don't count nearly as much as offers on the table or lack of offers on the table. But those calculated fair values are still important for 2 reasons. First, they give you an idea of to know where to draw the line between bidding reasonably and bidding stupidly. If you're going to be in this dream home for 10 years, 15 years, well, time heals all wounds, and any overbid you now make will most likely be wiped away by long-term appreciation. However, a lot of people think this way, and that's sending prices up, up, up. But life changes. Divorce happens. Disability happens. Job transfers happen. So getting your money back if you have to sell that property in the near future, say under 5 years, especially after you've paid out commission and taxes and what have you, is decreased with every dollar you overspend. And the other reason you don't want to pay over proper value and fair value is appraisal for financing. It doesn't matter if you're approved for $1 million mortgage. If the bank determines that the property that you're seeking that mortgage on doesn't warrant a loan that big, well, you're in a problem. So this is especially a problem if your offer was not conditional on financing, which is usually what you need to win a bidding war these days against any other buyers. So it's a fine line between aggressive and stupid, and make sure you know where that line is. Calculating fair value is the way to know where it is. Just want to remind you I post regularly, so click on the subscribe button, and if you like what you're seeing, give us a like. Number 3, know how strong showing traffic is. If this house is getting a river of buyers flowing through it, that's one thing. Or maybe it's a dry creek bed. You can't have a mindless frenzy of bidding if nobody's viewing that home. So your agent needs to have their finger on the pulse of showing traffic and therefore buyer interest on the property, especially as offer night approaches. Your agent should be looking at the online booking platforms that most showings are booked on these days, and to see how much space is actually blocked off by other showings. If the property is only receiving light traffic, you may be facing fewer competitors or less serious ones on offer night, and you can adjust accordingly. Number 4. Number 4, and most important, get in there. View the property ASAP. Despite all I've just recommended here about your agent needing to do the homework ahead of time, this is important, but there is a severe inventory crisis going on, and attractive homes are selling fast. So important as it is to get the homework done, and you have to get it done before you bid, don't let that hold up a viewing. Photos are no substitute for an in-person viewing. Maybe you'll find something at that property when you get there that's a real deal breaker for you. That wasn't apparent on the listing. Then you can forget about all that homework and analysis and just get on to looking at the next promising property. Going the other way, if you get there quickly and it's all it appears to be and more, you may want to try a strong preemptive offer and see if you can short circuit the whole offer night circus entirely. They might accept it. Many offer night listed properties say seller reserves the right to accept preemptive offers. I know, it's a bit of a paradox. When you're having an offer night, but maybe not, and blah, blah, blah. But it might work in your favor, so could be worth a try. You can only do it if you get in there quickly. I hope you've enjoyed and found useful this look at some offer night tactics leading up to and being in the offer night itself. And I'd love to hear your stories. Have you been in one of these bidding frenzies? Have you been in one of those strange things where there aren't any bids and they don't like yours anyway? I'm here for you as a buyer, as a seller. I want you to have a great day.